कुलभूषण जाधव मामले इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट में सुनावणी शुरू થઈ છે.
When the host state alleges espionage and national security, its submissions run counter even to the authorities it chooses to cite. Pakistan runs unmeritorious defenses under the chapeau of abuse of process, abuse of rights, of extirpe causa. It misstates the law, it misreads commentaries, it relies on material that is not recognized as having any precedential value. And finally, having failed in its propaganda against India as a feeble attempt to counter global criticism of its role in cross-border terrorism, Pakistan seeks to raise issues such as India's refusal to allow it to indulge in a freewheeling inquiry into high functionaries without even disclosing the fundamental elements of the alleged offences that are to be investigated and of passports that it allegedly has seized. It is India's case that none of these issues call for resolution and decision by this court. In the structure of my speech, I will first focus on the relevant issues. The relevant issues are first, the construction of the Vienna Convention. The second is applying its language to the conduct of Pakistan, which leads us to the step of deciding the appropriate relief to be granted. I will also make submissions on the evolving jurisprudence in this area of the law and of the role of Article 36 in the rubric of due process. I will then deal with defenses run by Pakistan.
तो आंतरराष्ट्रीय कोर्ट में आज थी कुलभूषण मुद्दे सुनावणी शुरू थई छे. भारतना सीनियर एडवोकेट हरीश साल्वे कुलभूषण तरफ दलील अने पोतानो पक्ष आज रजू कर्यो छे. महत्वपूर्ण छे के 4 दिवस सुधी सुनावणी चालशे. आज भारत तरफथी पोतानो पक्ष राखवामां आव्यो छे. तो आवतीकाले पाकिस्तान
in the first instance whether to what extent Pakistan should be allowed to use these hearings as a platform for propaganda without establishing the legal relevance of this wanton allegations. Pakistan is obviously embarrassed to disclose the judgment given in the Jadhav case, the specific charges against him, the evidence against him. And while the statement of the advisor on foreign affairs to the Prime Minister's office of Pakistan makes a slew of allegations against Jadhav in relation to the incidents that date back to 2014-15, the Pakistan story has always been strong on rhetoric and blurry on facts. India therefore seeks relief by way of declaring that the trial by the military court in Pakistan in the facts and circumstances hopelessly fails to satisfy even minimum standards of due process. And being violative of Article 36 of the Vienna Convention, it should be declared unlawful. Jadhav's continued custody without consular access should be declared unlawful. And amongst other things, considering the trauma to which he has been subjected for over 3 years, it would be in the interest of justice, of making human rights a reality, to direct his release. India invokes the jurisdiction of the court based on Article 36, paragraph 1 of the statute of the court and Article 1 of the optional protocol. India and Pakistan have accepted the Vienna Convention and the optional protocol without any reservations. At the hearing for the request of provisional measures, Pakistan maintained that the jurisdiction of the court is excluded by a number of reservations in the parties' declarations under Article 36, paragraph 2 of the statute. It does not pursue this in the counter-memorial. The optional protocol, read with Article 36, paragraph 1, confers jurisdiction upon the court to remedy the violations of the Vienna Convention. One of the defenses raised by Pakistan is that India's failure to explore the remedy of arbitration and conciliation under Article 2 and Article 3 of the optional protocol constitutes an abuse of process. India disagrees. This court in the Tehran case has held that Article 2 and Article 3 are not preconditions for the applicability of Article 1. On the facts of this case, this defense is facially farcical. I shall first set out the facts on which India claims that a violation has been established. and indicate the areas of differences in their context. Pakistan asserts that an Indian national, Mr. Kulbhushan Jadhav, was, quote,